Hello friends, welcome to our channel Law Inference. I am CA Priyanka Verma. Hope you are staying safe during this corona health emergency time. In wake of COVID-19, Government of India is putting efforts to provide relief to various stakeholders. As we know, government has introduced Companies Fresh Start Scheme 2020 and has revised LLP settlement scheme. Today, we are going to discuss both these schemes. Let's first start with Companies Fresh Start Scheme 2020. MCA has introduced Company Fresh Start Scheme by Journal Circular number 12 dated 30th March 2020. The USP of this scheme is that it not only provides opportunity to the corporates to make all their defaults relating to filing of various documents and returns, it also gives one-time waiver of additional filing fees for delayed forms. As we know, in case of delay in annual filing, per day additional fees is rupees 100, and for other e-forms it goes up to 12 times the normal fees. So the main intention of Government of India is to help companies in India to reduce compliance burden, including financial burden of the companies at the large, and also enable long-standing non-compliant companies to make a fresh start. This scheme shall be applicable on defaulting companies. Defaulting company means a company defined under Companies Act 2013 and which has made default in filing of any documents, statements, return, etc., including annual statutory documents, that is AOC 4, MGT 7 on MCA 21 registry on due time. This scheme comes into force on 1st April 2020 and shall remain in force till 30th September 2020. So any defaulting company can pay normal fees as per company's registration offices and fees rule 2014 and can avail one-time waiver of additional fees. Also, this scheme grants immunity from prosecution or penalty proceeding, but only to the extent pertains to any delay associated with the filing of belated documents. Please note, any consequential proceedings, including any proceeding involving interest of any shareholder or any other person qua the company or for its director, key managerial person, would not be covered by such immunity. For example, under Section 42(8), every company is required to file a return for allotment within the period prescribed therein. However, the proviso to Section 42(4) also requires that the utilization of money raised through private placement shall not be made unless the return of allotment has been filed. Now, the immunity under the scheme shall only be available in respect of proceeding for imposing penalty on account of delay in filing of the return of allotment, that is pass 3, but not on the account of utilization of money raised through private placement prior to the filing of return with the registry. Another example can be filing of annual return and balance sheet under the scheme will give immunity with respect to penalty for filing of these related documents. However, if annual journal meeting is not conveyed within statutorily prescribed time, it results in non-compliance of Section 96, a violation of law for which prosecution or adjudication may be initiated. In similar term, it relates to waiver of additional fees and granting of immunity from launching of prosecution or proceeding of penalty on account of delayed associating with certain filing. Let's understand timelines now. All belated documents form, irrespective of their actual due dates, will be filed without additional fees up to 30th September. Within 6 months after 30th September 2020, companies required to file e-form CFSS 2020 seeking immunity, that is up to 31st March 2021. Further, no immunity shall be provided in case any court has ordered conviction in any matter, or an order imposing penalty has been passed by the adjudicating authority under the Act, and no appeal has been preferred against such orders of court or adjudicating authority, as the case may be, before the scheme came into force. Effect of scheme in case of appeals. If defaulting company has already filed any appeal, in respect of which the application is made under this scheme, it shall first withdraw such appeal and furnish proof of withdrawal while seeking immunity certificate under this scheme. Where appeal is yet to be filed as on the date of commencement of this scheme, that is on 1st April, but the due date of appeal falls between 1st March 2020 till 31st May 2020, additional 120 days shall be granted from the last date of appeal for filing such appeal. No prosecution for non-compliance during such additional period. For which company this type of scheme is not applicable? Number 1. To the companies against which action for final notice for striking off has already been initiated by the designated authority. Number 2. Where application has already been filed by the companies for striking off its name from the register of the companies. Number 3. To the companies which have amalgamated under the scheme of arrangement or compromise under the Act. 4. Where the application has already been filed for obtaining status of dormant under section 455. 5. For vanishing companies. 6. Where an increase in authorized capital is involved, that is SH7 is not filed. Also, where charge related documents are involved. In these cases, this scheme shall not be applicable. After granting the immunity, the designated authority concerned shall withdraw the prosecution pending in respect of defaults against which immunity is granted to the company. What is the option available for inactive company under this scheme? It is a very good opportunity for inactive companies as well. After filing all due documents return under the scheme, it can simultaneously either file Form MSC1 to obtain dormant status or can file STK2 for applying for striking off its name. After conclusion of this scheme, the designated authority shall take necessary action under the Act against the companies who have not availed this scheme and are in default in filing of documents in a timely manner. Now let's understand benefits available under Modified LLP Settlement Scheme. MCA, vide its Journal Circular Number 6 dated 4th March 2020, notified LLP Settlement Scheme 2020. In continuation with the same, MCA has modified the said scheme vide its Journal Circular Number 13 dated 30th March 2020 in order to support LLP and reduce their compliance burden, also giving them opportunity to make their defaults good with no additional fees. This scheme shall be applicable from 1st April up to 30th September 2020. It is applicable on all defaulting LLP and permitted them to file belated documents which were due for filing till 31st August 2020 in accordance with the provisions of this scheme. That is, forms that are due till 31st August only be considered for said scheme, and no additional fees shall be charged under this scheme. So here's the list of forms covered under this scheme. Form 3 for LLP initial agreement and changes. Form 4 for appointment, cessation and change in the particulars of partners. Form 8 for statement of accounts and insolvency. Form 11 for annual returns. Form 15 for notice of change of place of registered office. Form 5 for notice for change of name. Form 12 for intimating Other addresses for service of documents. Form 22 for notice of intimation of order of court, tribunal, CLB. Form 31 for application for compounding of offence. Form 23 for application for direction to LLP to change its name to the registrar. Form 29 for alteration of certificate of incorporation or registration, alteration in the name and addresses of any of the person authorized to accept service on behalf of foreign LLP, alteration in the principal place of business in India, or cessation to have a place of business in India. This scheme shall not be applicable on those LLPs which has made application in Form 24 for striking of its name. The defaulting LLPs which has filed their pending form till 30th September 2020 and made good the default shall not be subjected to any prosecution by registrar for such defaults and will get automatic immunity. It means there is no need to file any separate form seeking immunity here. At the conclusion of the scheme, registrar will initiate necessary action against those LLPs which have not availed the scheme and are still in defaults. Thank you so much. Hope you will find this video useful for your endeavors. For any queries, please write us to the given email ID and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.